Alrighty, folks. Well, good afternoon. It's a beautiful day here in Stevens Point. A little brisk outside, but it is a warm sun today as we welcome you to this non-conference soccer matchup between the Pacelli Cardinals and the Fox Valley Lutheran Foxes here on Zaleski Sports. Jack Weber along with Braden Sutter on a beautiful afternoon here in central Wisconsin. A little brisk, highs to mid-60s right now. Sun providing some warmth, but we're ready to go as the two teams getting ready to talk with the referees and get set. Glad you could join us. There's a slate of about 3 or 4 games today on Zaleski Sports. We got this one. We also have Columbus Catholic and Aquinas. The Dons making the trip to La Crosse this morning, or early afternoon, whatever you want to call it. And we also have an 8-man football game going on, Newman Catholic and Almond Bancroft. All available after a very fun slate of football games from last night. We'll talk about that a little bit later into the game. But for Pacelli, they are 1-2 on the year. They have losses against Lourdes Academy and Columbus Catholic. Started off 0-2, got a much-needed win on Thursday night here in Stevens Point at the Portage County Youth Soccer Fields. They took down Gresham 8-1. And then, meanwhile, Fox Valley Lutheran looking at a very similar situation. They started off the year 0-3, got a much-needed win, though. A 10-1 win, in fact, over Green Bay West to get their first win of the season. So both teams Pacelli trying to get to 500, and Fox Valley Lutheran trying to get to within a game of 500. So, should be a good one. Fox Valley Lutheran coming from the Northeastern Conference with Little Chute, Luxembourg, Casco, Freedom, WIAA, and everything except football. WIAA's on the bay for football, but everything else WIAA joins, as you can clearly tell, and if you can, I don't know if you can hear, regardless. It's very windy today. We'll try to substitute that the best we can. As we're about couple minutes from getting underway here. Today's game is brought to you by Auto Select, Stevens Point's premier choice for auto repairs, selection, and tires. They have locations on Highway 10 and on Church Street in Stevens Point and on Schofield Avenue in Weston. No matter your automotive need, look to Auto Select and you're good to go. And you can also be a part of Marshfield tradition at Maple Fall Fest. Don't miss the 32nd annual Maple Fall Fest, Saturday and Sunday, September 14th and 15th at the Wildwood Park and Zoo in Marshfield. Learn more at visitmarshfield.com or follow them on Facebook today. Sorry about ready for national anthem and the opening prayer.
Lord, we ask for your guidance and blessings on tonight's game, the players, coaching staff, officials, and fans. Help us to be humble in victory, gracious in defeat, and remember that all of our abilities are a gift from you. When the game is done, grant safe travel home to all. In your name, amen. To honor America and those defending our freedom, we ask that those who are able stand, remove your hats, place your hand over your heart for the playing of our national anthem. Now let's meet the starting lineup. First, Fox Valley Lutheran. Caleb Williams. Ian Luring. Tyler Martin. Christian Monagle. Jin Lee, Ezra Shacer, Noah Sell, Dylan Krapsink, Keaton Enter, Emilio Guzman, Marty Hostelat Heredia. And now for your Pacelli Cardinals, Nolan Reimer, Sam Wayback, Matthew Constantino, Braden Flaker, Noah Hassler, Lexi Koenigs, Marcus Lansing, Fisher Olds, Harry Vogel, Nathan Reimer, and Evan Koenigs. Best of luck. Game on.
So starting lineups presented by the Pacelli PA announcer here. As we're getting ready again, Pacelli in the red, Fox Valley Lutheran in the white and black. Foxes versus Cardinals. Two teams huddling and getting ready. Nolan Reimer in the goal for Pacelli and Keaton Enter in the goal for the Foxes. And both teams got off to a bit of a shaky start. Pacelli did have to play two good teams to start off the year. They went to, Lords came to Stevens Point. That was a weird way of stating that sentence. As we are finally about ready to get going, as that is sent back, and the Foxes control to start things out, as that is controlled by Luring, and he sends it out to the wing. Backward to Jin Lee. The back forward. Foxes trying to advance. Pacelli playing a bit of a pressure defense. That's sent back up the field. And this is the speed that we can see from Foxes starting out. They'll go out of bounds. It'll be a throw-in for Noah Hasler, and he throws it in, and it's controlled by Graybeck. Back sends it back, and down the field, off the head of one of the Foxes. That's cleared down. Closest one in the vicinity was Monagle. Back downfield, kick deflected, and sent back, controlled by Lansing. Lansing has it knocked away and stolen. Sell gets it up to Heredia. Heredia makes a couple of moves and will send it back up towards Caleb Williams. Williams in the perimeter, trying to center it, and that'll send wide of Lee. And offsides was called before the kick was even made. And it's still technically summer, but it's starting to feel like fall here in central Wisconsin with this temperature. Again, not complaining, because in a couple months I'm going to be wishing it was this temperature. As Reimer will send it to the center. I guess they're actually going to bring it back to the middle. No, never mind. Looked like for a second they were signaling they were going to send it back to the middle. Instead it'll be Nathan Reimer. As that's sent down, and we got a whistle for some contact on Marcus Lansing. He and Tyler Martin got stuck for a moment. And Braden Flaker will take the free kick. Flaker sends it down. That had some heat on it, but right at Keaton Enter. Had the distance, but right at the Fox's goalkeeper, and he'll send it away. Good punt. As Shazer sends it up the field. Williams trying to chase Koenigs. Koenigs has it knocked away, but it's sent back up and controlled by Hasler. Now it's taken away. Didn't last very long, as Guzman will send it down the field. That'll roll. Will it stay in? And it will. And that's fought for. Taken away by Jin Lee. Sends it back out. Williams trying to center a kick is blocked. And that goes off the hands of Heredia. Reimer wanted a handball call. That looked very much like it went off the hands of Heredia. But no call. And so Martin will throw in for the Foxes. And he gets it in, and it is cleared out by Koenig, Evan Koenigs, for the moment, one of 5 freshmen on this Pacelli varsity soccer team. Controlled by Christian Monagle. Monagle taking it up for the Foxes, has it knocked away. And back, and that is booted down the field by Heredia. I'm sorry, by Guzman, I apologize. Centered it to Williams. Williams has it knocked away. Shot on goal is well high of the mark. You gotta like the approach, but just a little bit too much on that one from Ezra Shazer. That's it sent down by Nathan Reimer, and that will go out of bounds and into the woods. But last touch by Fox Valley Lutheran, and it will be a throw-in for Noah Hasler. Hasler throws it into Grayback, but it goes past him and controlled by the Foxes. Shazer down the field. Williams up ahead of the pack. Williams has got breakaway speed. Williams ahead. Williams going to take a shot. Heck of a play. Gets it away, and it will send wide. Williams had a breakaway for a moment. But again, good defense being played by Harry Vogel, and he was able to disrupt the shot and take away a goal, perhaps, Fox Valley Lutheran for the moment. As Reimer will send it header by Sell. Heredia controls. Heredia trying to get around a couple of Pacelli defenders. It's knocked away and stolen by Evan Koenigs, but the Foxes get it right back. Williams off the head of Shazer, as Koenigs being chased by Lee out of bounds, and let's see who was off of. I believe it was off of Koenigs last, and that will be a throw-in for Emiliano Guzman. Guzman looking for somebody, and he gets it in. It goes off the foot of a Pacelli player and sent back up the field, and that's almost taken away. Again, these breakaways are just not working for Pacelli right now. Foxes have dominated on this side of the field. Sent up the field, controlled by number 20, Fisher Olds. He has that taken away. That goes off the leg of Braden Flaker, and it will be a Foxes throw-in. A throw-in for Monagle, and no, he'll actually give it up to Tyler Martin. I shouldn't be so eager to call if he gets the throw-in. Martin back to Heredia, goes off him, goes off a Shazer. That's some creative passing there by the Foxes. Koenig sends one high over the head of, I should say, Lexi to Evan. Martin to Williams. Williams had it knocked away for a moment. Up to Heredia. We got a flag, and Heredia was already offsides. The refs had that one ready. I swear before even Heredia could even touch the ball. Nathan Reimer sends it up the field. Lee gets it. Lee takes it away up to Williams. Williams gets around Reimer. This is danger. Williams shoots and scores. Once he got around Nolan Reimer, it was a dangerous spot for the Cardinals to be in. And Caleb Williams gets the goal, and the Foxes strike first. They lead it 1-0. You got Caleb Williams on soccer on this Saturday, and you'll have Caleb Williams in football tomorrow. But this Caleb Williams for Fox Valley Lutheran strikes first, a junior forward. And the Foxes take the early lead. As Braden Flaker will send it back, and it will be controlled by Grayback. Grayback sends it up the field looking for Lansing is what I was trying to say. Martin will throw it in and get it to Monagle. Monagle in the backfield. Knocked away. Lansing fighting for it, and it is taken away and controlled for a moment by Constantino. Martin trying to get it up the field. He was looking for Williams. Will that stay in bounds? I believe it went out. But last touch by Pacelli. It'll be a throw-in for Tyler Martin. Martin gets it into Heredia, goes off of him. Right back to Martin. Martin got that one past Koenigs, but it was last touched by Martin, and it will be a Pacelli throw-in as Nathan Reimer will throw it in off the head of Graybeck, and it will be Fox Valley Lutheran throw. We will have a substitution. Noah Sell is going to come out, and Caleb Shively will come in. Martin gets it in, goes off of Lansing. Martin calls for it, being double-teamed almost, and that goes out of bounds. It was last touched by Matthew Constantino. Throw in quickly. They get it to Williams. Williams gets around one defender. Williams sends it back towards Lee. Williams trying to compete with as Martin out to Lee. Inside, and nice play by Reimer. Good positioning on that one. Lee was the closest one in the vicinity for Fox Valley Lutheran. A good job. Off the head. Here goes Lansing fighting with it. Taken away by Monagle. Monagle sending it up to Heredia. Heredia gets past Koenigs. Heredia on the run. Two defenders on him, and ooh. Some good aggressive defense played by Harry Vogel there. He's able to disrupt the breakaway, and Reimer will get it up the field to Hasler. Hasler being chased by Shazer. Hasler still fighting. He's getting around Shazer, trying to take it himself, and that'll be sent down the field by Flaker. Hasler, the only one in the vicinity that is cleared out to the corner, and that will go out of bounds. And they're going to say that was last touched by Pacelli. I guess it went off of Flaker before it went out of bounds. It's booted down the field right to the middle. Graybeck was a close one in the vicinity. Instead, Lee takes it up for the Foxes. Now Heredia on the breakaway. Heredia down the field. Heredia being chased. Centers it towards Williams. Williams going to take a shot on goal, and he sends it wide to the right. And that will Marty Hassel and Heredia will check out. And Jackson Meyer will check in for Fox Valley Lutheran. Sent down the field by Reimer, intercepted by Shazer. Lee up to Williams. Williams trying to get that one to Shively, but Reimer there to clear it out, and we'll get it up the field to Lansing. All the way down, and nobody in the vicinity. Fisher Olds was somewhat there, but it'll be taken by Keaton Enter. Enter, good punt, and that goes off the head of Constantino. Lansing trying to get that one downfield. Constantino with another header, and cleared out by Monagle for the moment. Instead, Shively going after it. Monagle gets it to Martin. Martin right back to Monagle. Fox is just trying to almost play keep away right now as they try to get that up to Lee, and we got a whistle. There's a little bit of a hip shove, if that's even a expression, from Sam Graybeck. Hip check. Either way, they blew the whistle. It doesn't really matter what you call it. It's probably one of those words that has a gajillion different meanings. Roll by Kraftzank. Krafsank gets around one defender, trying to get that one up to Lee. Constantino intercepted it for a moment. Instead, Luring clears it out for the Foxes. Lee right back to Luring. Luring getting that one downfield, and offsides is called immediately. That's been one thing the Foxes have had some issue with early, is they've been offsides a couple of times. And offsides is one of those difficult calls in soccer, because if you can break away, I feel like why should you be penalized for it? But that is just the rule. And it does end up saving a lot of teams, and I think that's why soccer can sometimes be so low scoring due to that fact. But just my silly personal opinion, nothing more. Sam Grayback sends it away. Good kick downfield. And that'll go out of bounds. That'll be last touched by Emiliano Guzman. As we're going to have a substitution. Lansing will come out. Elizabeth Summers will come in for Pacelli. Krafsank tumbled for a moment. Pacelli trying to get something going here offensively. They haven't gotten much. Summers chasing it. Instead it'll be Olds in the corner, out of bounds. Goes off of Fox Valley Lutheran. Was last touched by Shively. Olds will throw it in. Pass Krafsank, able to clear it out. And nobody there for Pacelli except Caleb Williams for Fox Valley Lutheran. And he trips over the ball. Looked a little bit like the Packer game last night with all the slipping. That's sent down the field. Shively being chased by 4 defenders. Centers that to Williams. Williams up ahead. Williams going to take another shot on goal, and he sends it high and out of bounds. It was good offensive execution. That was a good pass from Shively to Williams. It was just sent a little high. As Nolan Reimer will send it away for Pacelli. Again, his goalkeeping is a good sign to come. He's only a sophomore, so you're going to see a lot of him in Pacelli soccer for years to come. And just that one shot from Williams here in this early goings, but he's done a pretty good job in goal today. Constantino trying to clear it out. Blaker almost had it. Lee sends it backwards. Sent back up. I don't think Lee was quite expecting that pass. He sends it up the field, whistle immediately. And Jun Young Hong was the closest one in the vicinity. Try saying that 5 times fast. Apologize, I don't mean it the way it sounds. Just when you first read the name, I say that with a lot of names. Martin up the field to Shively. Sends it back to Lee. Shively down the field. He's got breakaway speed. Shively looking to the middle. He's got Hong in the middle. Shively has that knocked away and stolen. Good defense by Harry Vogel. Forgot to take it with him for a moment, trying to get around Martin. Vogel will save it, but it goes right to Monagle. Monagle to Leering. Leering centers it, trying to get that to Hong. It's cleared out by Nathan Reimer for a moment. Trying to get that to Summers. Summers trying to save it before it goes out of bounds, and she cannot. And we're going to have a couple of substitutions. Constantino will come out. Caleb Williams will come back in for Ezra Shazer. Meanwhile, Anna Matecki will come in for Matthew Constantino. Lee trying to get around. Ooh, Lee takes a tumble. No call. A lot of contact. Evan Koenig's trying to get that back. Reimer had it for a moment. I don't think Reimer was expecting. Now that's Shively. And offsides. And actually, I don't think that was Shively. I think that might have been Noah Sells that might have been offside. Or no, Jackson Meyer, I apologize. Jackson Meyer, I think, was the one that was actually offsides. Guzman tried to gather it. He cannot. It goes past him. And Flaker will center it to, look like originally to Matecki. Instead, Summers gets it. Now she gets it to Matecki. Matecki trying to get around one defender, still fighting with it. Right back, Matecki in the center. Matecki has it taken away and cleared out by Krafsank. And now Williams down the field has that one stolen. And controlled by Noah Hasler. Hasler down the field. Closest one in the vicinity was Olds. He cannot get there, and Enter will clear it out. Hong fields it on a header. Back to Williams, and nope, it actually goes off of one of the Pacelli defenders. And went off of Grayback. Williams trying to get around. Cleared out, and now taken away. There goes Hong down the field. Hong trying to get it away from... I'll tell you, Hong and Harry Vogel were fighting for that one pretty aggressively. A little bit of shoving, but it goes out of bounds. Last touch by the Cardinals. It'll be a Fox Valley Lutheran throw-in. And Caleb Williams will do the honors for the Foxes. Williams throws it in. Gets it to Caden Rising, who just checked in. That one is sent down the field by Grayback, but not very far. Flaker fighting for it. Flaker gets that out to Summers, and Summers able to get it out of the Pacelli zone. And Martin will throw in quickly. That went out at a seamless transition for Tyler Martin. That's taken away. Flaker down the field. Flaker gets it down to Olds. Olds up ahead. Best shot they've had on goal all day, and it'll go right to Keaton Enter. That wasn't a bad shot by Fisher Olds. That was about his only chance, as he had Dylan Krafsank coming after him. Lexi Koenig sends that one out of bounds. It'll be a Fox Valley Lutheran throw-in. Williams gets it and sends it back, and the pass is taken away. Cleared out of bounds. Grayback will throw it in. That gets it into Flaker. Flaker has it knocked away for a moment. Taken away by Hong. Hong fighting for it. Hong still got it. And he'll get it out to Shively. And there goes Hempel. Ben Hempel between two defenders. Hempel's going to take a shot on goal and send it just wide. And Hempel frustrated with himself that he couldn't finish that one off. Pretty competitive first 20 minutes here in this first half. Lone blemish for Nolan Reimer in the goal was the goal for Caleb Williams. Sam Grayback will send it away on the goal kick. A short kick right to Heredia. Didn't go very far. That is taken away almost for a moment by Nathan Reimer, but that is going to be cleared out by Marcus Lansing. Monagle trying to get that to, I think he was actually trying to get that to Sell. Williams was also in the vicinity. Hempel has it knocked away. Header by Reimer. Williams calling for it. Instead, it's taken away and sent down the field by Krafsank, but that'll go right to Nolan Reimer, and he will send it away for the Cardinals. Reimer, high kick, goes off of Lansing, but sent up the field to Mateki, but a little confusing for a moment there, sorry. Grayback will send it away. Grayback booms that one down the field. Oof, a little bit too much for Noah Hasler to handle. That one is sent down the field. As look at Hempel chasing after that. It will be fielded by Reimer. Ooh, and yeah, we got a pushing. Yeah, that's not, that can't happen if you're Ben Hempel. There was a little bit too much at the end of that play. It was him and Harry Vogel. Yeah, nothing necessarily completely dirty about it, just it could come back to hurt you at a later time. Down the field by Reimer. Trolled though and centered to Shively. Shively has it taken away by Graybeck for the moment, but sent back that way and controlled by Martin. Now he'll send it back towards Keaton Enter. Enter kind of shanked it a moment. That pass is intercepted. Flaker going for the expose method, but it did not work. Again, he had that goal exposed for a moment, but Enter didn't have to worry about not being there. It was sent a little bit too high. Not a bad approach there by Braden Flaker, but just too much on it. Monagle will take the kick for Enter. Could have almost been a disaster for the Foxes. Monagle booms it downfield. Goes off of Shazer. That is boomed, and that one is sent way out of here by Graybeck. Well, you know, if Pacelli ever needs a field goal kicker on short notice, they could probably take one of these soccer players. They've got some pretty good legs we've seen this afternoon. Monagle sends it to the corner. That's Guzman right back to Monagle. Monagle centers it to Martin, goes off him. Flaker was close in the vicinity. Summers. That'll be Luring clearing it out and sending it back for Fox Valley Lutheran. And also on the field is Jackson Van Devender for Pacelli. Sent down the field. Summers calling for it, fighting with Williams for it. It's out of bounds. Last touch by Pacelli. Williams down the field. Quick throw to Rising. Caden Rising in the corner. That'll go out of bounds. And it will be a corner kick for the Foxes, and Caleb Williams will take it. 23:40 gone by here in this first half. Williams in the middle. Williams trying to clear, and that is taken away and cleared out. Good positioning there. Luring trying to clear it out. Luring will send it out of bounds. And it was not touched by Elizabeth Summers. Couple of substitutions for Pacelli. And a quick throw in. Good throw, but nobody there. Leering will call for it and send it back towards Keaton Enter. He feels it. Oh, that's dangerous. Cleared out, though, by Tyler Martin. Fisher Olds was in the vicinity, and that went off a Keaton Enter. It kind of took a bit of a bad bounce. Constantino fighting for it, instead sent back towards Guzman, and Williams immediately called offsides. He can't believe it. That was a quick call. The second he got past one of those Pacelli defenders, flag went up. High kick. That is a header going right into the arms of Keaton Enter. I think that might have actually been a Fox that headed it towards him. Wasn't a bad kick by Graybeck. Just a little too much on it. Header by Graybeck, fielded by Luring. Luring and to back up. Luring trying to take it himself, has it knocked away. And sent down the field by Summers. Off of Guzman, Monagle. Sent back down. Foxes trying to clear it out, and they get it near center, and Williams gets it, trying to get it to Shazer. And out of bounds, last touch by Summers. It'll be a throw-in for the Foxes. And Rising will throw it in, trying to get it to Williams. And it goes off of Hasler. This will be a throw-in for Guzman, and he gets it into Luring. Luring trying to center it, trying to get it to Heredia, actually. Lansing clears it out. That's a bit of a, doesn't have much on it. Heredia controls. Heredia one-on-one with Reimer. He gets it back out. This is taken by Sawyer Mack. Mack in the middle. Mack, that goes off of Reimer. Mack trying to get it. There's a shot on goal, and it's sent wide by Williams. That was almost a disaster for Pacelli. That wasn't a bad play by Sawyer Mack, and it was a good work by him to stick with that. And he centered it nice. Unfortunately, the junior Williams could not complete his second goal of the day. The score remains 1-0. Grayback sends that down the field to Lansing. Lansing has it taken away by Heredia. Heredia cleared out to the corner. Will that stay in? It will not, but it was last touched by Fox Valley Lutheran, and Lansing will throw it in. Constantino fields it. Constantino kicks it right off of Ezra Shazer. It'll remain with the Cardinals as Evan Koenigs will throw it in for Pacelli, and it goes off of Shazer again. Very similar couple of events here. Shazer regains it and gets it up to Heredia. Heredia taking on two Cardinals, centers it to Williams. Williams has it knocked away for a moment. Shazer up, and offsides is called immediately. Yeah, and that has saved Pacelli from keeping this game close. It has been, yeah, and you either have referees that call offsides like every time, or they just don't have them, or they just don't call it. I feel like there's no in between when it comes to calling offsides in soccer. Martin fields it. Martin trying to send that one up towards Mack. It goes out of bounds. It'll be a throw-in for Lansing. He gets that to Olds. Has that taken away, though, by Martin. Shazer back to Martin. Martin sending it down the field to Williams. And this time there is no offsides. Williams on the run, taking on two defenders. Williams makes a nice move. Gets around. Williams trying to get that to Lee. He cannot. Grayback will clear it out, and Hasler will take it up for the Cardinals. Approaching 29 minutes gone here in this first half. Grayback has it taken away, and Monagle sends it up to Lee. Lee down to Williams. Williams trying to stay onside as well as Heredia, and trying not to get too far ahead of the ball. And that'll be sent out of bounds by Harry Vogel. Throw in the corner to Lee. Lee trying to center it, and Heredia sends that one too high. It hasn't been that Fox Valley Lutheran hasn't had the look. That's been the difference. Pacelli has not had the looks on goals that Fox Valley Lutheran has had. They just, I don't want to say kicking too hard, but that is the case. Most of the time they've just put too much oomph on the ball. Grayback booms that one downfield. And it goes out of bounds, last touched by Hasler. Throw in from Lee to Luring. Luring has that taken away. Recentered. Guzman. There's Lee, and goes right at the referee. He almost made a nice catch. And some substitutions being made. Open Eye will come in. Reddy is going to come out for Fox Valley Lutheran. Throw in from Summers right at Williams, and he'll head it right back out of bounds. Less than 10 left to go here in this first half. 1-0 Fox Valley Lutheran. A goal for Caleb Williams has been the difference maker so far. Inbound to Open Eye. Open Eye has that taken away by Lee. And Constantino controls, and he gets around a couple of defenders trying to get that past midfield. He does. It goes out of bounds. Last touched, I believe, by Constantino. And that is the case. We will have a substitution, though, which will slow down the speed of the FBL offense. As Noah Sell's going to come back in. Guzman, a good throw, and that goes down the field. Header from Shazer. Williams up ahead. Williams centers it. There is Jackson Meyer. Meyer has it taken away for a moment. Meyer regathers, sends it back. Off. Shazer kicks it off the foot of Graybeck in the center. Canes clears it out for a moment. Reimer fighting for it. He's able to clear it out. What a play by Nolan Reimer. Will be a corner kick for Fox Valley Lutheran. Luring will take it himself. Luring trying to center it. Goes off of Meyer out of bounds, and that will be Pacelli ball. That was great defense by Nolan Reimer. That is truly an example of saving a goal. Reimer will have Graybeck take the goal kick. 32-22 gone here in this first half. Graybeck booms it down the field, and it goes past Olds. Olds on the run trying to chase down Guzman. Fighting for it. Monagle gets it back. Monagle trying to center it. He does to Luring. Sends it back towards Guzman on the wing. Off the head of Lee, back to Luring. Luring trying to send that one downfield to Williams. Williams on the run. There's 3 Foxes down there, and way ahead of the pack. Williams centers it. High kick, no good from Ezra Shazer. Jackson Meyer was way ahead of the pack on that one. Yeah, and the Foxes had almost a 3-on-1 with Reimer. Fortunately for the Cardinals, the kick sailed high. And Graybeck will take the goal kick once again as we're getting near the end of the first half. A good defensive battle going on right now here in Stevens Point. High kick over the head of Guzman. Monagle sends it off of Hasler. It'll be a throw-in for Guzman once again. Monagle sends it back towards Enter. Enter right back to Monagle. Monagle looking. To Guzman, centers it. Right back is Martin. Martin centering it to Sell. Sell has it taken away by Lansing. Flaker chasing down Mack. Mack sends it back towards Martin. As Martin up to Sell, has it taken away by Lansing. Flaker trying to center it to Open Eye, can't. Flaker gets it back, still fighting for it, still going for it. And Flaker was trying to get that one to Hasler. Hasler wasn't quite in the right position. Hasler trying to get around Guzman, fighting for it, out of bounds. Who was it last touched by? It will be a Pacelli throw-in, I believe. And that is the call. The throw-in is, they try to get it to Olds, out of bounds, and it'll be Fox Valley Lutheran ball. As we're going to have a substitution. As Dylan Kraftzank is going to come back in. As a bit of a break for Emiliano Guzman. He's been busy in this first half on the defensive end. Header. Constantino fields it. Gets it back. Hasler was trying to get that one to Olds. It was deflected. Open Eye can't handle the pass. It's taken away. And Sell sends it down the field. Williams up ahead. Williams on the run. Williams trying to get it to Shazer. There's nobody there. Wide open goal, and that is going to be a goal for Ezra Shazer. In the closing minutes of the first half, that's exactly how the Foxes got their first goal. Or did they call offsides? No, they did not. Okay, just took a second for the scoreboard to get updated. 2-0 Foxes as Caleb Williams with the assist, Shazer with the goal. Reimer was caught in no man's land. That's how they got, that's how Fox, it's unfortunate because Reimer's played a good goalkeeper here in this first half. With 35-23 left, the Foxes now lead 2-0. Flaker sends it back. And boom, down the field by Graybeck. Martin centers it to Luring. And he tries to get back to Monagle. Instead he gets it to Lee. Martin and Lee passing it back and forth right to Luring. Monagle. And the downfield off of Olds in the center. Flaker gets it to Olds. Olds trying to center it to get in, and it will curve to the right and go out of bounds. It'll be a Fox's goal kick. 36 minutes gone. Krafsank will kick it away. Short kick, doesn't go very far. Wind is definitely not helping kicks today. Hasler sends it down to Flaker. Flaker on the wing, on the left wing. Flaker trying to center it. Goes off of Krafsank. Constantino in the vicinity, but it will be cleared out by Luring. Williams trying to send it downfield. He does. On the run goes Shazer. Shazer being chased by Harry Vogel. And nothing becomes of it, as it is going to be cleared out by Vogel. Instead taken away, though, by Sell. Williams ahead of the pack. Williams sends it backwards. Shazer deflected. Summers instead is taken by Vogel. Cleared out to the wing for a moment. Vogel and Shazer fighting for it and taken away and cleared out by Graybeck for a small moment. Sent back. Back up to Graybeck. But instead taken away by Martin. Martin to Williams. Williams trapped and cleared out by Graybeck. Monagle and Flaker fighting for it. Aggressive defense by Monagle and aggressive offense by Braden Flaker. Out of bounds, last touch by the Foxes, and Flaker will throw it in. Pacelli trying to get something going here in the closing minutes of the first half. They trail 2-0. Goals from Caleb Williams and Ezra Shazer for Fox Valley Lutheran. Constantino takes a bit of a shove from Luring. Nothing worthy of a flag or anything. And that is cleared back towards Monagle. Monagle will send it back towards the way of Keaton Enter, and he centers it. It's a bit of a dangerous move. Lansing takes it away. Lansing sends it back towards Graybeck. And Graybeck controls. Flaker, high kick. Constantino, instead it's headed away by Sell. Flaker has it taken away. And there goes Williams. Williams running down the sidelines. Williams got 3 defenders with him. There's also 3 Foxes down there trying to center it towards Shazer. And it will be cleared out by Nathan Reimer. Good defense by Reimer. And it will be a Fox Valley Lutheran throw-in with about a minute and a half left here in the first half. Oh, I said half a lot there. Martin will throw in for Fox Valley Lutheran. 38:44 left. I should say gone. I'm so used to saying left because soccer is one of the very few sports where the clock actually runs up. Centered. Sell back to Luring, but Reimer there to clean it up. Under a minute to go here in this first half. Reimer, good boot downfield. Monagle goes off his foot, but nobody down there for Pacelli, obviously, with not being offsides. And Enter will boom it back down. Hasler will watch this one go out of bounds, and it will be a throw-in for Hasler. Out of bounds. Hasler will throw it in again. Hasler trying to get that to Flaker. It's taken away for the moment, but Flaker there to clean it up. Flaker gets it back, gets around one defender. Flaker, and they blew the whistle on that. Flaker down the field looking for Olds. Olds off his head. He almost had a good look at it. Would have been a tough play regardless. And Keaton Enter will send it down the field. Open eye, the closest one in the vicinity for Pacelli. Instead, Reimer in the vicinity. And that is the end of the first half. A competitive first half. The Foxes leading 2-0 over the Pacelli Cardinals. We're going to take a commercial break. We'll be back after with a little halftime recap, as well as some scores from last night. After one, it's Pacelli 2. Sorry, it's Fox Valley Lutheran 2, Pacelli nothing.
Is it time to replace your old gutters? Call Schwartz Seamless Gutters and protect your home with new seamless technology. No seams, no leaks. With free estimates in 2 days or less and workmanship guaranteed, our service is as seamless as our gutters.
Hi, I'm Shad from Next Step Prosthetics. 5 years ago, we opened our practice to provide life-changing prosthetics that are both comfortable and functional.
I would definitely recommend Shai.
Shai is very compassionate, caring.
We've grown to serve patients throughout Wisconsin. We want to thank them, their families, and providers who have trusted us on their journey.
Go to Next Step because it's going to change your life.
Why wait another day? Call to set up a free, no-obligation evaluation. Let us take the next step together towards a better life.
Shuda Funeral Home in Stevens Point and Plover is your local, family-owned and operated funeral home providing families with compassionate, individualized, and affordable services when you need it most. The loss of a loved one is a difficult fact of life that Shuda Funeral Home will ensure you won't have to face alone. Shuda Funeral Home will guide you through the process from in-person visitations to creating obituaries and tributes. Pre-planning can also be a great way to ease these topics for your family. Learn more at shudafuneral.com or bring your questions and stop in.
You're gonna love it. You're gonna love home furniture.
Hi, this is Jill from Home Furniture and Design. Since 1970, in 4 generations, our family has been proudly offering quality furniture like Lazy Boy, Serta, and the Amish to Central Wisconsin. We also offer free in-home design with our professionally trained designers to help you create a space that is uniquely yours, whether it's just a sofa or the entire home.
You're gonna love it. You're gonna love home furniture.
West Grand Avenue, Wisconsin Rapids, and Post Road in Plover.
Welcome back after halftime. We'll get you some scores from last night in football action. First, Little Chute took down Wapaka 14-8. Rice Lake took down Marshfield 39-7. Durand, Arkansas took down Neillsville Granton 30-6. Marathon took down Loyal Greenwood 29-16. Amherst took down Colby 41-20. Stratford took down Columbus Catholic 54-7. Edgar took down Auburndale 41-14. Abbotsford took down Iola Scandinavia 13-7. Oak Creek took down Kenosha Indian Trail 21-0. DC Everest took down Wisconsin Rapids Lincoln 34-6. Wausau West took down Eau Claire North 26-3. Spash took down Eau Claire Memorial 40-6. And finally, Pacelli took down Assumption 41-20 at Southwood County Stadium. As we're ready to go back, 2-0 Fox Valley Lutheran after one, starting second half here. It's cleared out for a moment by Flaker, sent up towards Olds. As Hasler sends that up, and I'll go out of bounds. Throw into Olds. It's a downfield to Monagle. Monagle takes it away for the Foxes, and sent back up by Shively. Reimer clears it out. It'll be a Fox Valley Lutheran throw-in. Today's game is brought to you by Felt's Dairy as that goes out of bounds. Culture of Wisconsin is forever tied to life on the farm. Bring the family for a visit to Felt's Dairy Store in Stevens Point. Cheese, dairy products, local meats, seasonal decor, and so much more. Felt's Dairy, store, food, family, and fun. And Dull Automotive in Stevens Point has over 1,300 vehicles, but they want more, so we'll offer an extra $500 over book value for your trade-in vehicle. Then you can shop dullauto.com for the best selection in the area, or stop in and see them at Dull Honda just off Stanley Street, or at Dull Chrysler Dodge Jeep and Ram on Highway 10 East in Stevens Point. Martin fighting for it with Lansing. That was taken away for a moment by Heredia. That is going to be cleared out for a second by Koenigs, but it goes off, I believe, of Lansing. It'll go to the Foxes on a throw-in. And on the field, Heredia. Heredia sends it back. Fighting for it. Cleared out by Graybeck for the moment, but right back to Luring. Luring, that was Shazer in the vicinity. Reimer able to come up with it. Hasler looking downfield, gets it to Flaker. Flaker being chased by Lee and by Monagle. Flaker in the corner. Flaker lost it for a moment. Flaker being chased. Flaker's got to get it away, and he can't. It's taken away by Monagle. A little example of just hanging on the ball a little bit too long in that sense. And downfield, Lee all alone. Lee makes a move, shoots, and it's deflected. Williams gets it back, though, and clears and scores. Jin Lee had a shot on goal. It's deflected by Reimer. He did all he could do, but Williams was right there for the deflection, and he was able to clear it up and score and make it a 3-0 Fox Valley Lutheran lead. All the goals so far for Fox Valley Lutheran have been an example of exposing downfield defense that just hasn't been there for Pacelli in those scenarios. Those three, again, other than that, the Pacelli Cardinals have played very well defensively. An early goal makes it 3-0 Fox Valley Lutheran, and the Cardinals have got some work to do here in this second half. Sent back towards Graybeck. Graybeck boots it down the field right at Monagle. Fox Valley Lutheran's defense has played an excellent game. There's not been a lot of shots on goal for Pacelli, and the shots they have had have not been great looks. As Kraft Zank will send it back towards Keaton Enter, and Enter will send it down the field, but right at Lansing, who has trouble with it. It goes out of bounds. Lansing trying to save it, and he can't. Ooh, a little bit of a shove right there, and I think Martin was a little frustrated. I don't even really know if he shoved him. It just happened to be that he might have tripped a little bit over the ball and the hands extended a bit. Just, that might have been all it was. Olds Trying to get that back. Knocked away. Lansing almost lunged at it. I don't know if he tripped or something. Lee boots that one down the field. Williams ahead of the pack, but Reimer is there, and this time he will clear it out and field it, and will send it away. High kick, good kick. Luring able to field it. That is sent downfield. Williams ahead of the pack. Williams trying to get his third goal of the day. Williams centers it, looking for Heredia, cleared out. There's a shot on goal by Shively. Constantino was there to kind of interfere with it, as well as Open Eye. And it will be a Pacelli goal kick. And as we've seen throughout most of the day, Sam Graybeck will take it for the Cardinals. Graybeck to the left wing. Sorry, to the right wing, I should say. Well, his right, my left. That's fielded by Reimer. Reimer shanked it a bit. Fielded by Hasler. Hasler sends it to the center to Constantino. Gets it right back to Hasler. Hasler back to Summers. Summers, ooh, off of her right foot. Guzman. Is it in right back, Guzman? Lee up to Shively. Shively in the center, has it deflected. Luring right back to the center. Luring has it almost taken away, and it is taken away by Harry Vogel. Off of Flaker. Back in the middle to Shazer. Shazer fighting with it with Graybeck. Back to Heredia. Heredia on the corner. We got a flag going up. And, yeah, the flag went up. There was just no whistle for a while. Flag was up for probably about a good 20 to 30 seconds before should say maybe more like 5 to 10, but still. We haven't had a lot of stoppage time, so we'll see how that will play in later in the game. And stoppage time only really becomes a factor if you are in a tie or if you're in a one-goal game, as Luring heads that one back towards Hasler. Oh, excuse me. Kraftsang fields it in the backfield. That was certainly not expected. Flaker has it. Flaker trying to get that one down to Olds. Olds and Kraftsang. Kraftsang, ooh, that was a bit of a shove, and that is exactly what the refs saw. Yeah, nothing dirty or malintent on that. That's two players going for the ball, but unfortunately it's just, again, most of the time it's the second person. As Graybeck will take it. Pacelli trying to get on the board. Down on, when you get a shot like this, you need a goal. And it's either going to be Graybeck or Flaker. Again, you got Lansing, Hasler, Flaker, Graybeck, and Olds in the box for Pacelli. As Luring and Olds are being told by the referee there's a bit of shoving going on between both of them. As looks like we're finally ready to go. Clock continues to run. Graybeck set. We're going to get the best angle. Graybeck into the goal. Off of enter. Loses it for a moment, but he regathers. Flaker was in the vicinity. Keaton enter had it for a second. That's going to go back towards our way. Heads up, everybody. It'll go out of bounds. Last touch by Junie Lee. By Jin Lee, I should have. That's why I don't say first names. I always get it wrong. That's sent down the field. Williams up ahead of the pack. Williams has got the speed, being chased by Flaker, and Flaker able to disrupt it enough. I'm sorry, Reimer, I apologize. I don't know why. I thought it was Flaker. Graybeck Fighting with it with Shazer. Graybeck trying to get around him. Shazer playing good defense. Try to prevent him from getting around him. He cannot. It'll be cleared out of bounds. And it will be a Pacelli throw-in as Josh Openeye will throw in for the Cardinals. Off of Heredia. Heredia takes it back. Heredia, a bit of a shove from Lansing, and that'll bring on a whistle. As that kick from Shazer basically was fielded on one hop by Reimer. Reimer hangs it to the left. Flaker fields it, trying to get around Guzman, sends it back towards Hasler. Hasler trying to get that to Vogel, cleared out by Reimer for the moment, doesn't go very far. Lansing will call for it, try to field it, and he'll send it back up towards Flaker. Flaker trying to get that one down towards Olds. Gets past Craftshank. Olds on the run. Olds trying to get around Monagle. Monagle clears it and takes it away from Olds. And out of bounds. I believe that was last touch by Monagle, and it will be the call. And that'll bring on a throw-in for Fisher Olds. Both teams coming off their first wins of the year in their most previous contests. Goes off of Graybeck. Trying to center it, cleared out. And it'll be called for by Williams. Williams trying to retreat to the center. Instead gets it to Shazer. Shazer sends it to the wing to Lee. Lee trying to get around Summers, goes off of Elizabeth Summers, out of bounds. Sorry, Lexi Koenigs. Guzman will throw in. Luring trying to center it. Reimer has it taken away. Openeye sends it back towards Reimer. Good move there, but sends it right back to the center. Heredia, one-on-one with Openeye. Nice save. That had some heat on it. Good play there by Nolan Reimer. Reimer, high kick. Doesn't go very far, but it does the job as the sun has been a factor today, too. It's a bright sun, and it went out of bounds. I believe it was last touch by Lansing. As Tyler Martin will throw in for Fox Valley Lutheran. Scoring summary for you. 2 goals for Caleb Williams, 1 for Ezra Shazer. All the way downfield. This is trouble. Centered, Openeye, trying to clear it out. Oh boy, that was close, and that is a goal for Jin Lee. Are they called offsides? I think they did. Actually, I don't think there will be a goal. I think they're going to wave it off. That is... It certainly looked like it was deflected. So I just... Maybe... We're kind of waiting on a call here. And it will be a no goal. So my apologies. Right back to the middle there is Luring. In the center, there goes Lee. Lee takes almost good play there by Koenigs to disrupt that pass. Williams will send that one out of bounds. One of those calls that corner kick for Luring. Luring centers it high off of Flaker into the goal. And that crossed the line. It did. be a penalty kick for Jin Lee. It's a big play right here. Lee scores. So he had one taken off the board a couple minutes ago. He gets that one right back. 4-0 Fox Valley Lutheran. Nothing Fox Valley Lutheran, 53-35 gone in this game. 2 goals for Caleb Williams, 1 for Ezra Shazer, and now 1 for Jin Lee. High boot towards Hasler. Hasler trying to center it, short kick, and that goes off of Martin. Still loose. Open Eye able to clear it out for the moment. Krafzank takes it away, and he'll retreat back and send it back towards Christian Monagle. Monagle centers it up to Luring. Luring to Shazer. Instead, it's taken away. Constantino up to Graybeck, trying to center it. Olds was in the vicinity for a moment. It'll be sent out of bounds. It'll be a Pacelli throw. Short throw, trying to get that one into Graybeck. Constantino in the center. Retreating, sending it down the field. Knocked away. Constantino fighting for it. Still can't get it. Open Eye. Takes it away. There is Graybeck down the field looking for Olds. Goes off of a Fox defender. Fight for it between Lansing and Krafzank. Krafzank wins the battle and throws it down, looking for Williams. Williams fields it on a hop and will take it down the field. Williams on the run. He's got good speed. Williams almost took it away from Reimer. And that'll be sent out of bounds by Nate Reimer. Inbound, knocked away. Shazer, that one off of a Cardinal. And that'll be cleared out of bounds by Lexi Koenigs. Took the brunt of that one. Didn't hit him in the good part of the head. Headers are cool, but if Shively is going to come back in, Noah Sell will come out. And the substitution for Fox Valley Lutheran. No substitutions for Pacelli on that round. Back, taken away. Reimer trying to get that to Open Eye. Open Eye sends it down the field. That's a good play. Almost taken away. Good patience there by Shively. Lee sends it down the field to Guzman. Guzman trying to drive downfield. Good play there by Koenigs to clear it out. Koenigs gets it into Lee, but instead it was, I should say, she was trying to get that into Hasler. I hope she wasn't throwing that to Lee. Vogel. Instead it's Monagle. Monagle takes it away. Monagle looking for Williams. Almost had a good look. Instead it's right there. Lee. Lee in the corner. Lee's going to try to center it. Gets away from Reimer and into the goal. And Reimer shaken up. I think he might have gotten a cleat. Oh boy. That's not good. We'll take a quick commercial break. We'll be back in just a couple of seconds.
Hey, you're tuned in to Better Halves.
Skip, I love my hometown, and I want a health plan that feels the same way. So, what are your favorite local date spots?
Oh, yeah, I know like all the date spots in Eau Claire.
Jane, I'm Steve from Security. I've lived here in Wisconsin my whole life, and that means I understand your health coverage needs better.
By the way, Doug, it's Eau Claire. I have a dozen Eclairs in my dressing room.
That goal did count, by the way. Reimer still being checked. Again, I think he might have just gotten a cleat to the face and roughed up a little bit. It's a tough position to be in as a goalie. Goals still count. 5-0 Fox Valley Lutheran. They have got some insurance here in the first half of this second half. Yeah, with those kinds of plays, you have to watch, for concussions. Is he all right? That's a big thing. So they're going to take a couple minutes to look at him, which is the right thing to do. That's what these referees should be doing, and that's a good job by this referee crew to check on Nolan Reimer. Reimer's going to stay in the game. He'll be sent back and up the field by Olds, up to Summers. Luring clears it out. Shazer. To the center of the field, there's Heredia. Heredia ahead. Heredia is going to take a shot, and what a save by Reimer. And instead, though, that will go in, and that does count. That's unfortunate. That was a heck of a play by Reimer. As that was Caleb Shively with the goal, and it's been a long day for Nolan Reimer. Sent back as that's taken away by Hong, out of bounds. First appearance today, Brady Coons is now in. Heredia. The field by Reimer, and got a whistle. That was on Martin. Officials have been very busy today. Sent down the field, taken away. Martin trying to center it. He does to Luring. Goes off of Lansing. Down the field, up ahead. There goes Hong. But Reimer able to clear it out and send it back up towards Summers. And we got a whistle. Substitution being made. Throwing for Sawyer Mack. Mason Stark now in for Fox Valley Lutheran. Throw down the field, looking for Rising. Sent out of bounds. Then we'll throw in near the corner. It's it in. Line drive kick right at Reimer. Reimer booms it downfield. Martin fighting with it, looking one-on-one with Lansing. He'll go out of bounds. Monagle sends it back on the wing, and the flag went up. They called offsides. They're still not blowing the whistle, and finally they do. That's like the second time today we've seen that where it's been about 10 or 15 seconds in between. And Reimer will send it away. Reimer booms it. Looking for Olds, a header by Monagle. And Heredia will control for the Foxes. Heredia down the field. Martin, and Martin, I think he might have stepped out of bounds, and I think he did. Open eye, a good throw-in off the head of Heredia. Luring centers it, looking for Rising. Rising to the wing. Rising being chased by Vogel, trying to center it. Goes off of Shively. Shively in the center, and Rising couldn't get much on that kick. Right at Reimer. Reimer, there's a good kick. And trapped by Monagle. Lost it for a moment, taken away. Behind him, and knocked away, taken by Kraftzank. Kraftzank makes a nice move. Heck of a couple of moves there by Jonathan Kraftzank. Look at that. And he just got too much on that kick. And even Kraftzank was frustrated. Dylan Kraftzank couldn't believe that. Couldn't finish that one off. High kick, and that's going to go near the visitors' bench. Inbound Heredia. Heredia one-on-one with open eye. Trying to get around him. And he will center it. Near center. Luring was looking to center that one to Hong. Right back there is Joshua Sue. Sue there calls for it. Lost the handle for a moment. Gets it back. Sue. Back. There's Rising. Rising up ahead of the pack. Rising. Passes, looking for Hong, and Heredia was there, and ball is still loose. I don't know how that one stayed in bounds. Reimer, and there's a lot of shoving going on, a lot of contact in every facet. And there was a whistle in the, there's a penalty committed in the goal box. A lot of contact. I didn't really see anything for Pacelli that there would have been a foul called on them, or a penalty regardless. Either way, it'll be a goal kick for Christian Monagle. Second penalty kick. Free kick for Fox Valley Lutheran today. They are 1 for 1. Monagle scores 7-0. Full slate of college football games today. Texas handling Michigan 31-12. It's probably the biggest game today, I would definitely say. As Old sends it back. Flaker looking for Lansing, has that one taken away by Martin. Stark. Max Summers goes off her foot. Long way to run for her. And Mac sends someone off her foot. Coons. Kraftzank booms it down the field. No one there. And that'll go out of bounds. Or will it? Will not. It will go out of bounds, I should say. Open eye in the corner. Zane sends it wide. Shively's still there. Reimer able to clear it out. Out of bounds, last touch by Martin. Downfield, shot on goal is good. Caleb Shively gets in on the fun, his second goal. And for Fox Valley Lutheran, they're back in action. They got a busy week coming up. On Monday, they are home versus Plymouth, home versus Denmark, home versus Pulaski on Tuesday and Thursday, and that's going to write an end to this one. That's going to be a mercy rule. And that is going to write a finish to our coverage today. Again, final score, 8-0 Pacelli. We'll play the Nasonville and Nasonville Dairy. Fresh cheese curds made daily. You can get them anytime at Marshfield Curtis or at NasonvilleDairy.com. Again, the final score, Fox Valley Lutheran 8, Pacelli nothing. On behalf of Jack Weber and Braden Sutter, we are glad you could take a part of your set.
Good day. My name is Ken Hyman, and welcome to Nasonville Dairy here in central Wisconsin, Marshfield, Wisconsin, as a matter of fact. Nasonville Dairy actually goes back to 1885. We are the oldest plant in Wood County. When our father brought us here in the early 1960s, we ran 7,500 pounds of milk a day. We now run 1.8 million pounds of milk a day. We buy dairy milk from 200 dairy farmers here in central Wisconsin, produce it, and ship it all over the world. We make a lot of different cheeses. We make cheddar, Colby, Monterey, Farmer's cheese, pizza cheese, Quesa Blanca, Quesa de Fir, Seco, Parm, Romano, Asiago, Fontina, Feta Caseri, Cafflatiri, Caffla Graviera, 20 different flavors of Monterey, as well as making Edam, Gouda, and Munster. This has allowed us to go to a lot of different countries. Our furthest accounts are now in China, Japan, Canada, Saudi Arabia. We do ship to Mexico, as well as a number of other places throughout the world. This is what we call Cheese Making 101. We tried to walk you through the cheese plant today, and we're in hopes that you see our people, what they're doing, and the amount of work that goes into producing the products that we hope you enjoy. We make a lot of different cheeses. We make cheddar, Colby, Monterey, Farmer's cheese, pizza cheese, Quesa Blanca, Quesa de Fir, Seco, Parm, Romano, Asiago, Fontina, Feta Caseri, Cafflatiri, Caffla Graviera, 20 different flavors of Monterey, as well as making Edam, Gouda, and Munster. And the cheese be with you.